The following clip you're about to see is a small excerpt taken from my exclusive show on Rumble called Lies You Can Trust. It's fully uncensored because Rumble does freedom of speech. You can check it out live every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. But for now, enjoy this clip. We have in other news that's worse. Biden is potentially starting World War III. How does that work? You've probably seen headlines like this going around today, maybe yesterday. Also, Biden allows Ukraine to strike Russia with long-range U.S. missiles. That's a problem. Biden lifted a ban on Ukraine using U.S. missiles for long-range strikes on Russia. Ukraine doesn't really have its own missiles. Here's how dumb the Biden administration is. Here's long-range U.S. missiles. Don't use them. Why are you giving them to us? So you can use them later. Well, now it's later. With 2 months left in office, the president, for the first time, authorized the Ukrainian military to use the system known as ATACMS to help defend its forces in the Kursk region of Russia. It's always defense. No, this is offense. Calling it defense. This is offense. And here's Patrick Bet-David's comment on it. Biden is playing with fire. Why do it now, knowing you're 64 days away from the inauguration of President Trump? Here's why I think they do it now. Because they're 64 days away from the inauguration of President Trump, who has said on day one, I'm going to end this war. I will have a meeting with Putin and Zelensky, and we will have a peace deal come from it. And I do believe President Trump knows how to broker that deal, and I think he can execute it. That's my speculation. Why would Biden do this? Well, why would Biden do anything? Because he's not in charge. Why would the deep state do this? Because I think they want chaos. I think they have some sort of an agenda with provoking this war and it escalating potentially into World War III. How does that happen? Well, did you know that the U.S. authorizing Ukraine to use U.S. missiles, long range, involves the U.S. and the Ukraine-Russia war even more? We cross a new line here, ladies and gentlemen. So Russia views that as Ukraine has an involved nuclear ally, the U.S. So guess what? We will use nukes now. Take a listen to Vladimir Putin saying just that through a translator, presumably, unless he's talking like a Kung Fu Bruce Lee movie and his lips don't match.
In the updated version of the document, aggression against Russia by any non-nuclear state, but with the support of a nuclear state, is proposed to be considered as their joint attack on Russia. Russia will also consider the possibility of using nuclear weapons when receiving reliable information about a massive launch of means of aerospace attack and their crossing of our state border. This includes strategic and tactical aircraft, as well as cruise missiles and drones, hypersonic and other delivery vehicles. Russia reserves the right to use nuclear weapons in case of aggression.
Not good. So that is very predictable that Putin would not just say that. He doesn't really say things. It's very predictable that Putin would say that and mean that. So thus, why do it? Why would the people that run Biden administration have Biden lift this ban? The only thing that I can think of is because they want Putin to do it. They want nuclear war. Actions speak louder than words. Their words would be, no, we don't want nuclear war. We don't want any war. We're fighting this war because we don't want wars. We don't have an end vision in mind for this war. We're funding this endless war because we don't want war. Are you gaslighting? No, we're not gaslighting. No, we're not doing that. So you're provoking him to use nuclear weapons. Right. Why? Because we don't want nuclear war. All right. Actions speak louder than words. Their words, gaslighting. We don't want war. You're doing war with your actions, and you're doing more war with these actions. You're doing nuclear war escalation like we've never seen with your actions. Yeah, that's because we don't want nuclear war. We'll get back to the video in a second, but first, here's a random question for you. Have you ever wondered what happened to the legendary Chuck Norris? Well, I recently saw a video he made and I was shocked. Chuck Norris is in his 80s and still active and kicking butt like he's decades younger. What's even more shocking is he's stronger, can work out longer, and still has plenty of energy left over for his grandkids. He did this by making just one change. He says he still feels like he's in his 50s, and in fact his wife was so impressed by this one thing, she started doing it too. She's never felt better. She says she feels 10 years younger, she's leaner, and has plenty of energy. Now, to unveil the mystery, Chuck Norris made a video that explains everything. Be sure to watch it by going to chuckdefense.com/JP or click the link in the video description below. Once again, that's chuckdefense.com/JP or click the link in the video description below. You will not believe how simple it is. And hey, just a reminder, the legendary Chuck Norris is a whopping 84 years old, yet has more energy than most 40-year-olds, maybe even including me. And he discovered he can make dramatic changes to his health by focusing on just 3 things that typically sabotage people as they age. Watch Chuck Norris's method by clicking on the link in the description below or go to chuckdefense.com/JP. Now back to our video. There's a good reason why Biden, when this announcement was made, he was in the Amazon jungle. What was he doing there? I don't know. He's probably lost his keys there for some reason. When this announcement was made, now you're going to be surprised about this. Biden did not take questions from reporters. Why? Well, because there is no believable answer other than we want to provoke Russia into a very escalated war. Let's check out what Twitter has to say about this. Jumping to this Twitter user, Gabe, what Biden doesn't know is that Russia has long-range missiles too. I disagree. I think they absolutely know exactly what Putin has. The only difference is that unlike those the Ukrainians have, Russian missiles can wipe out entire cities. And I don't know if that implication there is that they're nuclear, because they do have nuclear, so that would wipe out an entire city, or if just regular missiles from Russia can wipe out entire cities, but nonetheless, they can wipe out entire cities. Let's check in with our resident former comedian correspondent, current deep state puppet, democratically elected and still in office through non-democratic processes in Ukraine because they canceled their election to save democracy. Vladimir Zelensky. Are they all named Vladimir? Is that his name? Vladimir Zelensky? President Ukraine? No. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Zelensky. Are they the same person? Has anybody asked that? Look at that. Okay, this is Putin, everybody. New conspiracy theory. Let's spread it around. Misinformation. Let's do it on purpose for a change. This is Putin. They have a fake beard on him, a fake, I kind of got a poop look on his face, look crinkled right eyebrow. He had a stroke, probably because he's vaccinated, so his left one doesn't work. Those facial muscles are just dead. Look at him. He's got this, what kind of shirt is that? We don't know. It's probably some satanic symbol, probably satanic symbols blurred in the background too. So anyway, let's hear what Zelensky had to say. It's a very powerful man.
The plan to strengthen Ukraine is the victory plan, which I presented to our partners.
Dude, that is a Kamala Harris statement right there. The plan to strengthen Ukraine is the victory plan. It's like you just went in a circle. Deep state speechwriters right there. You go in a circle. Oh, the plan to strengthen Ukraine is the victory plan. You said nothing. All right, go on.
One of its key points is long-range capabilities for our army. Today, there's a lot of talk in the media about us receiving permission for respective actions, but strikes are not carried out with words. Such things are not announced. Missiles will speak for themselves. They certainly will.
Those things are not announced. Missiles will speak for themselves. I think he just announced it, idiot. Here's President Trump. Now, full transparency, this clip of President Trump, it's not in direct response to this latest announcement where Biden's lifting the ban on nuclear war, basically. I've seen this video before of President Trump. It's just super relevant, so I want to take a look at just the first little part of it. Sometimes it fools me. This is Donald J. Trump parody account. It's an authentic video, but like, that's not Donald Trump's words on top, just so you know.
We have never been closer to World War III than we are today under Joe Biden. A global conflict between nuclear-armed powers would mean death and destruction on a scale unmatched in human history. It would be nuclear Armageddon.
So I think that's why President Trump has long stated, if I get elected, he has been, I'm going to end this on day one of my administration. That's why I think the deep state's saying, we want to escalate this as much as we can before he takes office.